Chapter 3. Rules of Spycraft. The safest soldier on a chaotic battlefield is the one who remains silent and still, unobserved. Security through obscurity. 26th of December, 2033, 3:11 AM. Folded Realm, Ruined Village, signature F116 or 1637. Physical location, just outside Fort Plank, Phobos. We are not on Phobos anymore. The regolith is gone. Fort Plank has disappeared. In its place, I make out a village with mud brick walls, every roof long collapsed. Megan Fraser remains one step in front of me. She's quite a good engineer, but she makes even better bait as we explore this bizarre place. Late life integration detected. Analyzing skill set for Bloodsport Zone. Skill set detection complete. Preliminary skill assignments made. Highest core competency is Charisma. Secondary intellect, unusual strength, unusual attribute spread, class assessment ongoing. That was a male voice, and I was speaking German in an extremely stern voice. I speak the language well. It helps with certain well-paying work I do for their spy agency, but I'd never choose it for important conversations. High levels of ambition detected. Would you do anything for power? I've got 3 options here. Silence, tell the truth, or say no. It's a hard rule of Spycraft. You never start a lie when you don't understand the stakes or the scenario that's playing out. I either say yes or I shut up. Power. Those without it are controlled by those that hold it. Power is the key to freedom, safety, luxury, and opportunity. Everything that makes life worth living. I'm perhaps too decisive and give a one-word answer, heartfelt and true. Class awarded. Veilbound Praetor. Miracle of Flight unlocked. Miracle of Dominion unlocked. Miracle of Esoterica unlocked. Achievement unlocked. Voidwalker. Visit one of the other worlds in your assigned shard without being consumed by the entities of the void between. Prize award. Angel Transformation. To activate flight, vocalize the word wings. Achievement unlocked. Excision's End Assistant. Play a significant supporting role in releasing magic back into your shard after over 2,000 years of it being sealed and excised in the void. Prize award, Angel Transformation. Secondary prize award, many skill ranks improved. Error, prize already awarded. Angel Transformation cannot be achieved twice, and is instead upgraded to Archangel Transformation. Error, Archangel Transformation partially incompatible with the Miracle of Esoterica, replaced by Eldritch Angel Transformation. Further notifications suppressed. 2 more rules of Spycraft come to mind. Always file away information you cannot understand. You never know what will become important later. Like those entities of the void between, which sound terrifying. And, of course, a more social rule. If in doubt, play dumb and ask for help. Megan, are you okay? Did you just hear a crazy voice? She replies, of course. It's my job to know my marks, and the engineer and the captain are both very predictable. Give either a chance to help someone, and they'll take it. The engineer replies, and I'm certain her words are true. Yeah, I did. It sounded like something out of one of my stepkids' video games. Alistair always lets them play far too much. Ruth's 15. She should be out with friends, maybe even a boyfriend, not staring into a VR headset. Yeah, that's the engineer. Going off on a tangent. Can't she be concise for once? What do you think it means? I've got no idea. We need to find Elishia and discuss everything. 3 heads are better than 2. Also, what's that? The engineer points towards sudden motion. She definitely has good eyes. It's hard to pin down exactly what is moving. The creature is almost supernaturally stealthy, about the size of a German shepherd, and looks somewhat like a small tiger with savage claws and jaws that open wider than they should. It's a bundle of pain, which could be nasty to a woman in a spacesuit, but because of its size, it's otherwise not all that dangerous looking. Even if it hits hard enough to pierce my suit, the oxygen leak will be slow, and I'll make it back to the aspirant. Fighting unarmed is not my style, but I am trained for many contingencies. Very well trained for this one. The spacesuit I'm wearing is flexible, only limits me about as much as motorcycle leathers, so I can punch just fine. Inside my suit, I make 2 fists and walk up to the first of these creatures. Striplings, I say to the engineer, assigning the monster a name as I unleash a right jab to test its reactions. Let's call them Striplings. The beast is agile, but all of these transformations and miracles the voice spoke of made me feel much more powerful than I was. The jab strikes the stripling nowhere near anything that looked vital. It should have been merely a glancing blow. It was not merely a glancing blow. The stripling detonates. Not a wound, not bleeding, but its entire body utterly rejects existence, spraying bone, fur, gore, and black slime like shrapnel. I barely flex. The engineer gawks. This is the best sort of fight, one that's completely and utterly unfair. I'm overpowered. Unless I'm reading this scenario wrong, these things aren't opponents, they're stress toys. I don't break a sweat. Have I died and become a god? Am I still in one of my VR sims and one of my AI assistants has gone rogue? Or maybe the engineer has insights I can latch onto. Before I can ask, she shouts a warning. We're all technically military now, and that meant some combat training. Striplings, 3 at your 2 o'clock, 10 meters, running towards you, low down. Her warning helps me spot another creature. This time as I punch, there's no explosion, just a satisfying crunch as my fist caves the creature's stomach right in. A crunch. My brain works through the possibilities. I shouldn't hear anything unless the outside world has air, although these monsters probably need to breathe anyway. Things are getting stranger and stranger. My eyes search in all directions for any and all clues. This is like one of Ruth's books, the ones where the world runs on video game logic, the engineer announces. It's not one of your sims, is it? I kept hearing things about a miracle of flight and something about miracles of shielding and recovery. I program, but not at this level. Making this in VR? Miles beyond me. I slightly exaggerate. Yeah, sure, I couldn't quite manage this. With all the tools that help these days, I could get somewhat close. It's for the best that she underestimates my programming skill. Control what your marks know about you, especially in unfamiliar scenarios. Well, so much for using the engineer as bait. 3 more striplings rush straight at me, and I prepare for a tough fight when she interrupts. I'll neutralize your left and center. Focus your right. True to her word, 2 small translucent shields of force appeared, each completely flat, tinged with red, and obstructing one of the creatures. Neither of the 2 slows, and as the first jumps towards me, I ready a counter, but don't have a chance to unleash it. The shield first blocks the attack, then shifts subtly, changing shape to englobe the monster, which swiftly becomes trapped. The translucent red barrier doesn't visibly harm the stripling, but it doesn't yield to its scrabbling either. As a contingency, I need to know if I can break those. That will dictate certain options. As the second shield trap goes off, my punch connects with the rightmost foe. Like the first one I'd attacked, the punch triggers some sort of explosion. It explodes in a shower of gore and slime. Globules of slime from the explosion strike the other attackers, and the engineer's shields allow it straight through. When this slime strikes flesh, entire creatures explode again, their 2 wide mouths screaming, and a pulse of gore flying in all directions. Unfortunately, these do not produce any further slime. Those shields are incredible. The engineer seems to know intuitively what the limits of her new powers are, while I've got no idea. We're a powerful team, but if we ally here, I'll be the lesser party to the alliance, and that's a very dangerous position to be in. I've got decisions to make. Before I can make any, she interrupts my train of thought. Did you just hear the voice again? Something about us successfully dominating the realm and that the portal back is opening? Interesting. I'd heard nothing of the sort. Honesty might be the play here. Reveal a little, so she reveals more. No, last I heard from it was 3 words. Further notification suppressed. Nothing after that. The words were half gibberish, but I remember what they were. The party member has successfully dominated this folded realm. Exit portal reopens in seconds. The exit portal broadcasts its existence loudly. 6 wires formed a pyramid. The captain would have some fancy mathematical name for it. I just called it a D4. The engineer walked towards it. I'll be a minute, I said, buying time to formulate a lie. I need to understand these powers like my companion understands her own. That means testing things she does not need to see. Something's telling me I should scout the rest of this village out. She doesn't like the delay, and she's uncharacteristically decisive about it. Going through this thing right now. Captain surely needs us, and we need her. I watch her approach the basketball-sized D4. She steps right into it, walking through the rotating lines of light, which grow to encompass and envelop her. The voice returns. Notifications unsuppressed. You show promise. Let's talk. Spycraft training comes in handy again. If someone offers to talk, I'll let them speak, and reveal as little as necessary. I nod and echo 2 words. Let's talk. I've been trapped a long time, and I think we could work together well. You need information and power. I need allies unbound by past events. I'm not giving you a promise of an alliance or unspecified future services. I'll hear our requests, but that's all. Or what if I offer you a quest that will grant you unimaginable power? I can imagine a lot of power, and it comes from secrets, money, and connections, not from quests, I retorted. I'd hear him out, but I'd make no promises and no lies. I'm the weaker party here, especially if I'm dealing with some sort of supernatural entity or a god. Days like this really mess with a girl's mind. Money and secrets. A gift then. This could be the first of 30, if you'd like. A silver gleam poked slightly out of the mud at my feet. I dug down and easily retrieved the object. A large, round, silvery object, covered in unfamiliar runes, stared back at me. It looked to be a coin made for giants, and not something I could hide from the engineer upon leaving this realm, maybe not even the captain. I lifted it anyway. This is a D-ranked folded realm, much more dangerous than the present F-rank one, but also much more rewarding to devour. Devour? These realms are the distilled mana of creation. Once you subjugate them, you can bind them to yourself as a battery you can tap to fuel your miracles, just like that miracle of Esoterica you used so clumsily in your little combat there. A hint on that one, and this hint is free. Don't try to apply Esoterica in that fashion twice, without waiting 7 seconds in between. You'll need magical trinkets or skills that alter cooldowns to bypass that restriction and use it more. The same applies for Dominion, which I understand you are yet to use. You'll find other uses for Esoterica too. It's a versatile and a powerful choice. So how do I bind the realms? And choice? I didn't get to choose anything. Binding is not the only option. Bind only the best folded realms, ones fit to accompany you for a long time. Use the others as fuel to gain power. This realm is garbage, so choose to devour it. It's your pathway to power. The experience boost will be enormous, and combat XP is what you need right now. Almost 500,000 the first time, if the cosmos hasn't shifted over millennia. My question about choice was ignored entirely. And why are you telling me this? I've got a feeling we can work together very, very well. Consider it an investment on my behalf. If you don't want to work together, I lose little by sharing knowledge. If you and I work together, we'll both profit greatly, and I'm gambling that you're smart enough to agree. More candid than I expected. He wants to use me, and he's open about that plan because he thinks I have good reasons to acquiesce. He's probably right. I'll test the information out, I think, as I nod and stride towards the exit. As I approach the pyramid exit, 2 more strikelings run towards me. I ignore them and touch the exit portal. Leaving realm. Choose one. Bind realm to a miracle, devour realm, or store realm in your folio of realities. I mentally choose devour, and the world turns inside out. I hit the regolith hard. Phobos is silent underneath me, Mars looming vast above. Convulsions rip through me. Not pain, but a surge of ecstasy too fierce for nerves to carry. Power poured in, the death throes of a tiny world pulsing through me. 2 strikelings thrashed, their screams stolen by vacuum as the realm expelled them. 2 wide jaws locked open as their bodies tumbled into the all-consuming void. I clutched the giant silver coin, knuckles white, and watched air, mud, shattered walls, and other debris blast outward, fast enough to leave not only this moon's feeble grip, but Mars's as well. Combat XP gained 96,000. New farcical title awarded, Devourer of Realities. Frivolous tier. Devourer of Realities. Devour a folded realm of F rank for the first time. Reward 384,000 combat XP. Power, secrets, wealth, and the sheer joy of destruction. This could go very well if I could deal with some loose ends. Not sure what this farcical and frivolous mean, other than both being words beginning with F that express contempt, but that's just one of dozens of questions in my mind at the moment. You have been offered a contract quest, Path of the Skulker. Bind 4 folded realms of D rank or higher. Devour 10 folded realms of D rank or higher. Rewards: Passage to Earth, 4 million combat XP. Surviving party members do not share in this benefit. Now I would have stayed quiet about that one before my first day of Spycraft training. I'll return with the aspirant if I can, but if we've really unleashed something here and the price to return is high, I'm going home no matter what. Someone else will pay the price.